Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited.
Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right. I am John Palacio.
And I'm Marlene Cuellar, and thank you for joining us on Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day. To make it even better, Valentine's Day is falling on a Friday. Well, fell on a Friday. So it's Friday, and it's a fun Friday as well. And we've got so much in store for you for this morning. Marlene, I'm looking forward to it.
I always do. I'm sure if you're a dedicated viewer to the show, you know this is tradition for us. From year one to now, we always make sure we have a day that celebrates love. We talk about love and all the stuff that comes along with it.
Definitely.
So we're so glad that you tuned in to our special for today, and hopefully it will set the right tone for your Valentine's Day.
You know, one of the things about Open Your Eyes, of course, primary, it is to educate you, and at times we need some education and love. So what we've done is that we've got some couples in, and they'll be telling us all about their relationships, some of the do's and don'ts, and I think it would make it's going to make it even better for you and your relationship, which of course we get together, we love together, and of course we move forward together.
You know, I can only imagine the flurry of activity that's going to be happening in the city today. People probably are going to be waiting for their flowers. Some guys are probably a bit frantic about whether or not they have time to get anything. The girls are also working on getting something nice for the guys.
Please. Thank you. Because look, we look forward to it as well.
Sometimes, you do.
Sometimes my love language might just be
receiving gifts. You're right.
And so therefore, while throughout last year we taught you about it, I'm sure it's right there in your mind. And for those of you who like a gift, then hey, look forward to it.
That sounds like a morning tea already. Ladies, are you getting something for your guy today for Valentine's Day? I mean, an actual present here.
And I think that's definitely a good conversation starter indeed, because for the most part, especially being at work, you'd hear, I wonder what they give me for Valentine. I wonder what they give me for Valentine.
This is from the guys or the girls?
This is from the girls.
Okay.
And the guys, the question normally is out for the guys. So what are you getting for Valentine? And you know how us guys behave. I don't believe in no Valentine. I feel Valentine. But sometimes that is what we must do. All right. And so therefore today we'll be sharing all that with you.
And it is absolutely, you know, here's what I think. I hear people say it all the time. Why do you take one day? You should be showing love all year long. And that's true. Yeah. It's just one day you go a little extra. That's what it is. Just a little extra.
This is not just block paper and salt. Put and leave it a record on.
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely something to look forward to. What you mentioned is definitely is something people should look forward to indeed, because we don't think about it as an extra. We think about it as just another day. But extra really counts. Yeah. So I think that's the way we should look at it, guys. Snap. I just wanted for you to know that today is about extra.
All right, we got to get moving into our show for today. We have 4 lovely couples who are going to be a part of our conversation. We also have some fun games lined up and some amazing performances.
Definitely, we're looking forward to these performances. As a matter of fact, I got to understand, hint, some international performance will be happening as well.
That's right.
Well, and so while we'll be taking a quick skip over the weather, let me remind you, it's going to be hot. Yeah.
Well, actually, they're expecting rain over the weekend, so
I'm
that was the prediction, and so we know that there should be a shift over the course of the weekend. We'll be getting more showers.
Definitely. And speaking of shift, we'll shift things into the eye opener.
Yeah, and today's one is dedicated to love.
Whoa.
So our eye opener for today goes like this: love should feel good. Real love is identifiable by the way it makes us feel. Love should feel good. There is a peaceful quality to an authentic experience of love that penetrates to our core, touching a part of ourselves that has always been there. True love activates this inner being, filling us with warmth and light. An authentic experience of love does not ask us to look a certain way, drive a certain car, or have a certain job. It takes us as we are. No changes required. When people truly love us, their love for us awakens our love for ourselves. They remind us that what we seek outside of ourselves is a mirror image of the lover within. In this way, true love never makes us feel needy or lacking or anxious. Instead, true love empowers us with its implicit message that we are, always have been, and always will be made of love.
Wow, that's deep. You know, just listening to you reading it, I reflect right back at home to me and my wife and how we share love and why we fell in love and how we fell in love, you know, and how we're able to propel the love throughout the home. The feeling of being called husband or babe or honey. You know, I think all these things, they say a lot.
Yeah.
And so I really and truly appreciate the fact that we've got this eye opener, and I think I might take it away today, and I'll read it a little later on at home.
Okay. Well, yeah, we won't say you stole it because you announced it, right? No, it is beautiful. You know what I love about it? I think the most important part for me is talking about being loved just the way you are.
Just the way you are.
And I think that's the hard part because let's face it, the early phases of love, that's the easy one. You know, when you first fall in love, you're head over heels. There's absolutely nothing that person can do wrong or shows you that you don't like. Even the bad things you like in the beginning.
At that time,
Yeah. And then when reality sets in, when the chemical structures change in your brain and you have to adjust to a brand new person who is so different from you, that's when it really tests your mettle. And that's when you can really tell if someone truly loves you for who you are or if they just kind of love the idea of you or the idea of love in the beginning. Yeah. That's the test. And really and truly, if you choose a partner, you chose your wife, and you spend the rest of your life trying to change her, first of all, you're going to struggle with what you're feeling. And secondly, she won't feel loved. Yeah. So it's such an important part that we don't talk about, that it's really loving someone, you know, warts and all. When the girls go home and take off the makeup, the lashes, whatever it is, I've seen all those memes before. You got to love that. And that's just the physical part of it. But it's also when they're having bad days, when they don't feel as happy or as nice, or when they're angry. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, there are a lot of folks in here right now.
I saw that smile just now.
You know, I was smiling because I looked at Daryl, and Daryl is smiling. So I was like, okay, this guy is actually reckon what's going on. Yeah. But you're totally right. It's loving somebody for who they are. And like you mentioned, one of the things we love, especially about starting a new relationship, is the bubble or the butterflies that we get about it. And the anxiousness of having to meet this person. What are you going to say again to this person? It feels so good.
It does.
They say it's
But it's the easy part of love.
That's the easy part. Yeah. It's actually staying together or making it continue to work throughout. Yeah. You know, that's the part that people find a problem with. But if you are truly in love, that person, it doesn't matter, man. You'll feel it, and of course you'll want to carry that on with each other forever. Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're going to be talking a lot about how you make love last in today's conversation. This just sets the tone perfectly.
Definitely. But we've got lots in store for you. And we already gave them that morning tea. We did. Yeah, we're talking about that wonderful gift, or why you should give that gift. But we've got lots in store, like you mentioned. And we also have international performance.
That's right.
There is a country star that is in the country right now, and that individual will be here on set with us this morning, and he'll be gracing our participants for this morning. We got to understand that so far he also got under his belt 2 number ones on the Billboard chart. Chart. Wow. Yeah. And I love country music.
I think all of Belize loves country music.
Especially on a Sunday.
So that's going to be a really special treat. We have Dustin Collins coming in, and he's going to do a performance for us. We have our couples that are going to be with us, and they're going to talk about just all about their love story, about their perceptions of love, what it's taught them, and how they keep it going.
Definitely.
And we're also going to have a few games in store. Our sponsors have been really good to us, so we have some great games to test, how much love has taught them about each other.
Yeah.
And, speaking of sponsors, I do have to say, we always have great partners who work with us during the course of the year, and especially on specials like this. So we're going to take a quick moment to say thank you to them.
For OYE's Valentine's Special, provided by Ian Anderson's Caves Ranch, Pelican Beach Resort, Yoke Hot Resort, the Ramada Belize City Princess, and North Park Hotel. Gift packages provided by Carnivore and Running W, Secret Charm, Premium Wines and Spirits, Santiago Castillo Limited, Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, Room for Dessert, Rocky Salon, Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, LA Fashions Boutique, Jaguar Studio Boutique, Hank's Barber Shop, Becky's Gift Shop, E-Designs, The Ice Cream Shop, Shanty Belize, and Confetti.
We said we couldn't do it without our partners, so thank you so much for helping us out with our Valentine's special for today. But we got to get moving. We got some performances. We got some great conversations.
Looking forward to
all of that coming up. And we also have someone celebrating their birthday today.
Oh, yes, we want to say a big, big happy birthday to none other than Cameron Guerra. 4th birthday today. Comes from Mom, from Dad, and your 2 brothers.
Oh,
happy
she's
birthday,
so
Cameron.
cute.
Oh, I love the red.
I'm sure she's going to have a great day today because you know what? Mom, Dad, and your brothers made sure that you get this early morning shout out. Cameron, enjoy your day. And that happy birthday comes from all of us here at Channel 5 and Open Your Eyes.
That's right. And so we need to move on. Why? Because I'll tell you what, 2 hours fly by just like that.
Yeah.
So first for this morning, our first segment is actually going to be the introduction of these couples, defining and recognizing their love. So we'll be looking forward to that for the first segment.
Yeah, and the entire show is going to be conversations with them, so you can look forward to that. But we'll take that break. When we come back, we're going to have our first performance for this morning. So get ready to be serenaded and start your Valentine's Day right. We'll take that break and we'll be back in a few. Stay tuned.
The Belize Bank
My dad says we should keep the area around the water pipes close to our houses clean.
Yes, sir. We should encourage our parents to pay their water bills so the entire village will always have clean water.
Right, class. We should not forget to attend water board meetings and add our 2 cents. Make sure everyone has reliable, clean water.
My mom says that we young people can volunteer to paint the public water pipe.
So, how do we make sure we will always have reliable, clean water?
Get involved today and do your part to keep your water supply clean and reliable.
The Department of Rural Development is working on achieving Goal 6 of the Sustainable Development Goals, which is to ensure access to water and sanitation for all.
I know I'm not a perfect man, not aware of God's great plan, but I know what's right and wrong. I try not to watch TV or let the news get to me, but you can only block it out for so long. We need more old school, more hard work, a little more love, a little less hurt, to get back to the way it's supposed to be. We could all use a good meal on a Sunday, sit on a porch swing, watch the kids play, 'cause innocence will always shine right through. Oh, and changing things, it always starts with you. I met a girl at the grocery store, scraping by, needed a little more. What would you do in that Walmart out? 3 little kids just sitting there, but Lord knows it isn't fair. All I could do was think about mine. We need more old school, more hard work, a little more love, a little less hurt, to get back to the way it's supposed to be. We could all use a good meal on a Sunday, sit up on a porch swing, watch the kids play, 'cause innocence will always shine right through. And changing things, it always starts with you. You ain't gotta be a saint to be compassionate and strong. Just show a little love when the whole world's going wrong. We need more old school, more hard work, a little more love, a little less hurt, to get back to the way it's supposed to be. We could all use a good meal on a Sunday, sit up on a porch swing, watch the kids play, 'cause innocence will always shine right through. No matter what it is you're trying to do, changing things, it always starts with you.
Beautiful.
All right, so I've lost my microphone, so I guess you could come on down.
You lost your microphone? All right, we got Dustin Collins over. That was a beautiful song there. Thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me on the show today.
I don't think you realize how timely that is for us as well.
I was hoping it was going to be timely for everybody everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a song about being good to each other.
Yeah. And you actually shot a video for the song in Belize.
Yeah, my friend David and Nubia, who run RCC, invited me down here a couple years ago when I met some awesome people down here.
Yeah.
That I just fell in love with over the last couple years, and I just seen all the good stuff that they were doing. Buddy Julio, he feeds the poor out of his own pocket every week. And I thought that was so wonderful. And I met some folks that are helping out children with soccer and just all over. And I wanted to get that on, and kind of spread that story of all the good stuff that goes on here.
So was it a matter of seeing what was happening here in Belize and the song, you wrote the song as a part of that?
Yeah, I had already wrote some of the song and then I got down here and kind of finished it up, and I thought it was, just everything about this place is so beautiful, and it made me want to do better, like sing some of the things that other folks and try to spread that message a little bit.
That's
more.
an important message. If you want change, it starts with you.
Absolutely, and you got to believe that 100%. Every day, try to do something to make somebody else's life a little bit better.
Yeah. So Dustin, you were a very accomplished country singer as well, probably moving around incognito in Belize. Tell us a bit about what's happening with your career right now.
Well, last year we debuted our first record, and it was number 25 in the country, in the U.S. for country music.
On the Billboard chart?
On the Billboard charts, and we got some videos on CMT and a couple of viral videos, through social media, and everything took off from there. And we're getting, we started writing more songs, and Starts With You was one of those. And it's kind of the lead up to our new record. And we shot the video down here, all over Belize City, some in the Keys. Most of it was shot in the city here, though.
Yeah. Highlighting the same people that you met.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we're going to release that and do a couple things with U.S. television and get it out there and just try to share their story as well as my experience in Belize and just show, no matter where you're at, that good things happen everywhere and anybody can do it.
That's really inspiring to hear. Do you like Belize because you get to run away from the fanfare?
Oh, no, I like Belize because it's beautiful and food's good.
Oh, we like to hear that. Now it's Valentine's Day. So is there anyone you want to say a special Valentine's message to?
To everybody, the whole country of Belize, happy Valentine's Day.
I put you on the spot. Thank you so much for coming in, Dustin.
Thank you
enjoy
so
the rest of your time here.
Thank you.
All right.
That's the way it is. Thank you so very much, Mr. Countryman. We love that song. That much I could tell you. You guys loved it too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it's that time of the morning whereby we get to meet our participants for this morning. And so we introduce them to you. As a matter of fact, we'll make it even better. We'll let them introduce themselves. What do you say we do that, huh? So let's meet participants number one. Let me see who I've got on my, all right. So here we go. We've got Venice and Hugh. All right, so you guys do your introduction. This guy is...
My name is Hugh
Yeah,
Saul.
here we go with the microphone. Yeah, here we go.
I'm Hugh Saul.
All right, Mr. Hugh.
I'm from Guyana. I was born in Guyana.
Yeah.
And I'm now resident here in Belize.
All right, we read your story, but in fact, I'll tell you more about it in just a few. So here we go with the wife. Tell us who you are.
Hi, morning. I'm Venice Saul. Retired teacher from Wesley College.
All right. And you're from?
I was born in Jamaica.
Oh, well. They've got an interesting story.
That they're a CARICOM couple because you guys met in Grenada.
Yeah.
From Guyana, from Jamaica, met in Grenada and living in Belize. Yes, you pretty much are CARICOM.
Yeah, you guys. So, and then again, you've got a child that was born in Jamaica, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
tell us about the
Two were born in Grenada, one in Trinidad and Tobago, one in Barbados, and one in Guyana.
Just
Not
like
in
that.
Belize?
Two grandsons in Belize.
Okay. Oh, CARICOM indeed. CARICOM indeed. All right, so let's meet couples number two.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Belize. Good morning, Marlene. Good morning. My name is Stephen Osher. I'm from Belize.
All right. All right. And?
Hi, my name is Cordelia Osher, and I'm originally from Independence.
Oh, okay. Here we go. And you guys have got a very interesting story as well. Because while these guys are CARICOM folks, you guys actually met on Facebook.
I know.
Yes.
We're going to get into the meat because that's something to talk about for all of you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So let's go couples number 3.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. My name is Kerm Timbrell. I live in Kamalota, and this is my lovely wife right here.
I'm Shelley Timbrell.
All right. I want to got an interesting story too. You know, one of the things she mentioned to me as we get in, she is actually Palacio, and she said, when you pick the Palacio alive. All right, so we know now exactly where everybody is from, and a little bit of your story.
Okay. So before we move any further, actually, we got to take a little quick moment to say thank you to our sponsors again. That's because we have our 4th couple joining us.
Yes.
So we'll take the time to get them on here so we can include them in our conversation. So let's say thank you to our sponsors in the meantime.
Accommodation packages for OYE's Valentine's Special provided by Ian Anderson's Caves Ranch, Pelican Beach Resort, Yokha Resort, the Ramada Belize City Princess, and North Park Hotel. Gift packages provided by Carnivore and Running W, Secret Charm, Premium Wines and Spirits, Santiago Castillo Limited, Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, Room for Dessert, Rocky Salon, Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, LA Fashions Boutique, Jador Studio Boutique, Hank's Barber Shop, Becky's Gift Shop, E-Designs, The Ice Cream Shop, Shanty Belize, and Confetti.
All right, welcome back, just like that. We heard from 3 couples so far, but we also want to welcome our 4th couple, and they're in with us. Let's do a quick introduction so we keep it moving. So we've got the husband there.
Yes, I'm Charles Hughes. Resides in Muscal Village.
And?
Danica Garnett, also from Muscal Village.
So 200 from Muscal, not tell me lie now. Who that from where?
He's originally from there. I used to be a Belize girl, but then I went up there to live with my grandparents, and that was how,
I love it.
I am having fun already. I'm telling you, this group, I think we're in for a great show. And we actually want to start off with some of the stories of how you met. Let's just start, because we already said it just a bit, and we'll be out of order here. Let's talk to the couple who met on Facebook.
Interesting.
This is the story that I think...
So how did that go?
I scratched my head a bit. I didn't know this was happening in Belize.
On Facebook. Yeah. So this sounds like a fresh.
So okay, let me ask the question and we'll see who requested first.
Who sent the friend request?
Who sent the friend request?
I did.
I like it. Tell us about it. Yeah. What made you send that request to him?
Well, Steven used to be a host on this TV show from Plus TV, 321 Impact. Oh, okay. And I used to watch it, and I used to always say, this guy, he likes to brag, and I used to always say that, but I used to still watch the show.
Yeah.
And so one day I was, scrolling Facebook and stuff, and then I saw his Facebook page and his profile and stuff, and I just said, okay, I'll just add him. I don't know him, but I'll just add him as a friend. And so I did, and I add him, and then he accept my request, and we started to talk, and it was from there.
So you got this friend request. Tell us about your part.
Well, when I first got the friend request, I said, normal Belize, and you have to go and you look in the photos and see who they are and who they know, if they know anybody. Yeah, exactly. You will learn. Yeah, so I went and I clicked upon a couple of her photos and I said, oh, I've never seen her before. Right? So I started liking what I was seeing and I said, okay, let me go ahead and add her. After I add her, then I sent a message to her and I said, hi, how are you doing? And we started to talk, a little bit, and I think it was around Christmas time at the time. So, at the time I was still at home. My mom was baking cake up until late. So I told her, well, we're up baking some cakes and whatnot. And we began talking more often. And I said, hey, you know what? I really want to see who she really is and see if we could get that vibe on. So I told her, hey, when are you coming to Belize? Whenever you're coming into the city, give me a little shout. And it was so happened that she was just a couple days away from coming to our beautiful city. So we arranged a little meet-up date, and when I actually saw her for the first time, I saw her, and the first words that came to my mind was like, wow, you're smaller than you're tiny, right? That was my first words to her. I hugged her and I said, wow, you're tiny. And, I noticed that she fit right into my arms. And, that's history. So we wanted to have a Facebook team for our wedding, but she said, no, we can't do that because...
You know what? You want to know what I got from that? So you didn't watch the show for the show. You watched the show for the show. and then you sent the Facebook request, but he sent the message.
Do you know how many single people right now are going to update their Facebook?
Yeah, it really pays to have a great Facebook cover photo and a photo.
Definitely.
But even when you go through Facebook, there's always something about someone. I mean, you can see nice pictures, but maybe it's like a story they share, a message they share. Did you see something that made you say, I want to get to know this girl a bit more?
Yeah, I saw a lot that made me have that kind of interest in her. She seemed like a girl who was genuine.
Yeah.
A lot of people on Facebook and Instagram nowadays, they want to put on a facade, and that's not really who they were. But I looked at her and I saw someone that was genuine. And I said, I could get to fall in love with someone like that, because the person that I meet for the first time is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. She was genuine.
I love that.
I love that too.
All right, let's skip to the end now.
Let's go to the Mascala Crow. Yeah, it's Mascala Crow.
Before you guys get too comfortable. All right, so she made it a bit easier for you, Charles, because she moved to Mascala, right? You didn't have to come find her.
Yeah.
But tell us about how you guys met. Just hold up the
microphone. Yeah.
Basically, we met at the time when she came there. Her mother went to the States. She went there to reside with her grandparents. And at the time, we were both in school, primary school at the time.
What?
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, and it started from there.
Primary.
We went through high school, went to Edward Piaf together, went to technical together.
Oh my God.
Never did break from there.
Wow.
Tell us about your
side. Well, it officially happened at a Christmas Bram. In the village we usually have the Christmas Bram.
Yeah.
And we were at Mrs. Malu's Christmas Bram at her home, and I saw him on the veranda. I used to watch him at primary school. From I was in standard 4.
What?
Wow.
Because that was when I originally went to Mascala. I was about 10 years old, and I said something about this little short guy, And we were at this Christmas Bram, and he was because he always have this gentleman finish, always dressed nice, everything. And I said, he not for me, And I look at him, and then I made that move on that veranda that day.
You made the move?
Yes, I made the move.
Why? 2 moves.
So I went and I spoke with him, and Then one thing led to another. And as he said, we went through, well, he went to Edward P. York, and when my grandparents said, where do you want to go? I said, Edward P. York. Because he was 1 year ahead of me.
Okay.
And so I went, and I'm there and I'm watching my assets, right? So, and then we went on to Belize Technical College, and it was the same thing up to this day.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
So
From
we,
standard 4.
yes.
10 years.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I
when
feel...
you know, right?
Yeah, that's right. But you said you made the approach, and I have a feeling that your first question to him, being that you just moved to Moscow, was, is it true that you guys have roast pig where they lick?
I wasn't even thinking about no roast pig, right? Nothing about roast pig was in my mind at that moment. It was just so.
Oh my goodness.
Because there was something about him, he always had this smile, and I look at him and I said,
So how many years now?
Well, it would be like 30, and we have lived for 23 before we got married in December.
Wow.
You just got married?
Yes, the 21st.
Oh my God.
Wow. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. That was well deserved.
So this is still the honeymoon phase?
Yeah.
Well, the thing
That's why
is,
you guys woke up late.
the thing is, he's not this kind of person. I am that kind of person who like to do these kind of things.
Yeah.
So I had to coax him, and
Yeah.
But
Charles,
thank you so
I'll
much,
tell you
man.
this,
Thanks.
you can use this as your Valentine's gift for like a few more years. Remember I give you permission. Let's move to our CARICOM couple over
Let's go. Let's do it.
Yes. So, you are a Jamaican living in Grenada, right? And you are deployed in Grenada.
Yeah, I was, yes, Guyanese deployed in, yes.
Yes. And so, where did this meetup happen? Tell us about it.
In Grenada.
Yeah.
Some 30 years ago.
Cool.
And I didn't like him in the beginning.
What didn't you like about him? What happened?
He was always a kind of boisterous guy, coming in, and when he comes into a room, he takes over, and
all the oxygen.
You've heard this before.
Yes.
And I kind of preferred, a little calmer.
Yeah.
Anyway, next thing I know, we were living in the same community,
All right.
and 2 doors away.
Okay.
And of course, he quickly organized an association, homeowners business, and so on and so forth. And next thing I know, I started changing my mind, and the rest is history.
That was his strategy.
So does that mean you spot the shy girl and you started all the plotting as to how you can rope her in?
Hold the microphone up. Yes.
Yeah.
I always felt that she was very industrious person.
Yeah.
Always working, huh?
Yeah.
I was working with the United Nations, and she was, a school teacher.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I live at the top of the hill, and she halfway up the hill.
Yeah.
So I had to pass her house every day, right?
Yeah.
And things start to happen, huh?
Yeah.
As she said, I'd like to take out all the oxygen.
Oxygen out of the room.
And so I couldn't be missed, right?
Easy.
Yeah. But that's basically how.
And so when she didn't pay you attention, that clearly made her of more interest, right?
Definitely.
I know.
And so I decided that we'd organize a homeowners association.
Oh.
So everybody had to be there. And both of us were married before. We were on the second rung now. Yeah. And so at the time, her marriage was falling apart. And mine was more or less off the rocks, right? So it's a case where we start building bridges, from there on.
Yeah. So you had that in common.
We had that in common.
So you actually organized something to make sure she was there?
To make sure she was there.
So you know what you did?
Yeah.
You didn't set line, you set net.
Net. A gill net.
You're gonna
Did I not say this, Google? We're only into 3 of our stories. Let's move on to our 4th.
Let's go, Karen. Let's go. Talk to us. How did this happen?
We met in the beautiful city of Belmopan.
Tell us.
Garden city of Belmopan.
Of course.
And guys, honestly, there are certain things in life that you just cannot afford to fail at. Just take a look. I've got evidence. Look at the evidence right before my eyes of this day. But
so where did it happen? How did it?
you know, we were actually in the same class in high school, but there was no attraction, no connection, no nothing. And then we went into further studies. I came back home, and she came. Well, she was still in Belmopan, and we got professionally hired. And then because we had the cross paths, but I was getting glimpse of her before we actually got any details. And so, unlike Stephen, I did the old school background check. And we know what that is as guys.
Ask a friend.
Oh man! So who's the man? I gotta check out who my competition was, right?
All right.
Okay, now tell us the story from your end. You know we got a different version.
Yeah, we went to high school indeed, and I hadn't seen him for years, and I used to walk through the Governor General field. That's how I would walk to go home.
Yeah.
And I met him. The next day, I met him again. I said, "This is getting too, too often." So I said, "I'll change path, and I'll go through the sidewalk, and when I was walking down Unity Boulevard, here comes Kerm again. I'm like, but this is strange. I changed path because when I walked through the field, I would meet up with him, and here he is walking on the street too. And I said, this is strange, and that is how we started talking.
Yeah.
We would stop and have conversations, and those conversations grew longer, and and that's how it started.
Yeah.
Not quite so much. I had a plan.
You just didn't know all the
She didn't know
Kerm, she did mention something that, I like pick up on things.
Yeah.
She did mention that, all right, she was going through GG Field. That's how she goes home.
Yeah.
But you meet her too often. So you're too often. Yes. And then she decided she'll take Unity Boulevard where you guys united.
You got a price, John.
Okay, so we all have these moments. You start up something with somebody new, but there's a difference. You guys are still together. You got married. Tell us at what point, what did you see in the other person that made you realize this is the one?
Yeah.
Tell us that moment.
Let's start here.
Stability. I think that
hold the microphone.
Yeah. She represented stability as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
You see, I was in charge of about 9 or 10 Caribbean countries.
Okay.
And so I was traveling a lot, and you're busy, huh? And she was more or less a home person, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And always with, she, the 2 boys, and a home.
Yeah.
And since I was always moving around, and she was always stationary,
Stable, yeah.
I think that sort of stability drew with her. Because when you're living bachelor's life, in a country, and and I thought I was it at the time, right?
Clearly she demonstrated
Yeah. So that's what I saw.
Yeah.
I saw stability.
The stability. All right.
Was it any different for you?
Oh, yes. I was impressed with the way he always talked about his mother. And his mother had died since in the 60s, I think. And listening to him, you would think she died last week.
Oh.
And the respect that he had.
Yeah.
And for his older children, before us and so on. Family. I saw that he was a family man, caring, loving, and so on. And that was my main attraction.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
That's such an interesting perspective, because
very
sometimes that's the thing. You hear you start to see a quality, and you're like, okay, I like that about you. tell me, I want to hear from the ladies side now. Tell me when you started to realize, because we all have doubts sometimes, and nobody's perfect. And so sometimes you see things you don't like, but you also see something that you know you want to have in your life.
What was that?
First of all, I am a believer, and the first thing I said, I wanted someone who also loved God. And Stephen, also is a believer. And then I also said that I wanted somebody who just not really like to be at home, but whenever the day is done, you can find them at home.
Yeah.
That was Stephen. After the work is done and whatever, I could come home and Stephen is there. And I also wanted somebody who did not smoke, did not drink. That was just me.
Yeah.
All the things that I wanted for myself. And Stephen passed the test, And I said, we dated for 4 years. And then, going years and years. And I said, I think he's the one.
Yeah.
And even with prayer and all that and, confirmation. So I think Stephen is the one and will continue to be the one.
So you sent that proposal request on Facebook?
No.
Lovely. All right.
No.
All right. So Steve, tell us how did you reckon that she is the one?
Well, I reckon that she was the one by just the piece that I had inside. I like to tell this story. One day I was going to my youth group, and there was something on the inside of me that said, don't walk on this street.
Yeah.
And I didn't listen. And that was the same day I got robbed. I was maybe about 19 years old. And from that day, I started to listen to that inner voice inside. And I started to walk by, the direction that piece, it kind of become my compass. So when I met with Cordelia, I felt that peace on the inside of me that tell me that she was okay, And I continued to listen to that peace and continue to allow that peace to guide me.
Yeah.
And it's still making me happy every single day.
All right.
You guys are just too
I
sweet
know, right?
today, man. All right.
Kerm. So we want to hear. All right, there you go.
Kerm is, he will make it happen no matter what. There is no mountain too big for him, and that's something that I admire. That he, he doesn't allow problems to be a problem.
Yeah.
And so I feel in a relationship, and especially in a marriage, your husband have to make you feel comfortable. He have to make you feel confident that you are well taken care of.
Of course.
And that's who he is.
That's my buddy. Yeah, that I know that much about him. So let's go, Kerm. How did you know that?
Quality,
Obviously, love at first sight, Look at my wife is still
for you.
very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. And that really attracted me. But the background check was very important.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a woman with character.
Yeah.
I wanted a woman with integrity, So I asked the friends that I knew. There are certain people that you ask certain questions.
Yeah.
You gotta know who to ask.
Yeah.
I picked the right guys to ask. Like, tell me what happened since I left.
Yeah.
I need a fill-in. Because I knew the family, and then I knew her from high school, and I knew she's not the kind of person she's not flirty. She's not, she's a woman of character and integrity. And so, for me, if you're gonna represent me, that's very important, right?
Yeah.
So that was a plus, but I just wanted to make sure when I left, none of that got sneered.
All right, Kerm.
So that was really what.
Okay.
Nice.
A woman of character.
Yeah.
All right. So.
And from standard 4 at some point, right?
You know from standard
10
4.
years old
10 years
to now, there had to be a moment where you said, okay.
I remember I had a problem with my dad, and I got a beating from him, and my grandfather told me, he said, you don't need to go through this. He said, come back home. Because I had a transition from the village to live with my dad in the city while I was at Sixth Farm. And so my first year went smoothly, and then we had this little encounter, and my dad gave me a beating. Up to this day, I'm still wondering, why did I get that beating? And because I was living with my dad and his, well, not wife, his common-law, and every so often we would have a little problem, because you know when it's not your mother, sometimes you have your changes. And my grandfather said, come home. Now, I remember I told him, I said, my pa beat me. My cousin said, Danica, come. So I left from my dad's house. I was supposed to go on my last year at Sixth Farm. And when that took place, I didn't hear from my dad or anything. And the love of my life, of course, he took charge. He paid for me to finish my last year of Sixth Farm. And I was like, well, you know, he is really the one, because which young guy in his age, you know, he used to work at Romax. And I said, which boy take a little bit of money where they make for send any girl at school, you know? And that was when I said,
that he.
Yeah, that he not for me, you know?
That's a
And
pretty
so,
good quality.
yes, I said, you know, these kind of guys are rare, you know?
Yeah.
So that is why I'm still here with him today.
Talk to it, Charlie. Your side of things.
From my point of view, I think I saw a lot of good qualities in her. She had a very good character, even up to today. She's someone who always liked to help people, be there for people. And I tend to have that, just that I'm not as open as she is. So we tend to have a lot of characters that sort of keep us together when it comes to life.
Wow.
And our relationship.
Man.
You guys have some amazing stories. I gotta say that much. Thanks to our producer for finding you guys. But you know, it's not gonna be a walk in the park just telling us all about your sweet stories. So it's time to get over to the sweets and tell us what you love about your wives. So John, you're gonna take the gentleman over to our mini ice cream shop. So the ice cream shop is working with us on this segment, and as we said before, this is a competition. You are going to take whatever flavors are in front of you and whatever ingredients are in front of you and make an ice cream treat or cone for your wife. And she's going to guess which one is yours.
All right, so you guys ready?
Head on over.
All right. You can leave that right here. All right, we'll take one microphone with us. And guys, we're going to do this. You're going to make that cone. One that you think your wife is gonna love.
Okay, in Anderson's Caves branch. Pelican Beach Resort. Yokha Resort. The Ramada Belize City Princess. And North Park Hotel. Gift packages provided by Carnivore and Running W, Secret Charm, Premium Wines and Spirits, Santiago Casino Limited, Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, Room for Dessert, Rocky Salon, Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, LA Fashions Boutique, Jador Studio Boutique, Hank's Barber Shop, Becky's Gift Shop, E-Designs, The Ice Cream Shop, Shanty Belize, and Confetti.
All right, and welcome back, welcome back. We're about to get this game on. She's my flavor. That's the name of the game, all right? So we've got these guys competing, and I'll tell you what, it's for 10 points. Now, here is what you must do. You guys will be lined up right here with the red table, which we've got already. They're an assortment of ice cream flavors and toppings. You guys are to make an ice cream that best describe your partner. Now, you've got 1 minute to do this. The cones are placed in the tray. All right, so we're going to put those in the tray. And the wives are following. When you're finished, you put them in the tray. The wives are then asked to guess which cone is their husband's. So she should know exactly what you like and how you know her. All right, the one who guesses the right wins the points. And the wife don't know what's going on. Well, they know that you're making ice cream, but they don't know which one you're going to put it into. Are you guys ready? Are you guys set?
So
Yeah, you're
that's
supposed
right.
to set.
Before
So-
you get started there, we already made sure that the ladies can't see over here. You can verify with us. But they also have their own task. They are going to draw Mr. Right for me.
Sweet.
So you have paper, you have markers. We're going to test these creative skills. You are going to draw the superhero version of your husband. And he's going to have to try to figure out which is which. All right, so we're going to start this together. They'll be making the sweet treat at the same time that you guys will be drawing. It's only 1 minute, so, you know, you don't have to worry too much about details. So tell us when to start, producer. Steph, give us a countdown.
All right, 3,
2, and
1.
let's go.
All right, so get your stuff together. Yeah, just pick that out. You got this. Pass one over. Yes. All right, so start to open the ice creams. You've got a minute to do so. Open the ice creams. Don't worry about the camera for the time being. You've got a minute. So make an ice cream that best describes the wife. She'll come, she'll taste it and say, "That my baby do that." All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. Boy, check this out. My goodness. And don't be afraid to take some ice cream, man. You make sure you take that ice cream. All right. And again, we
All
want
right,
to
well, already halfway there at 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Ooh. I think somewhere around 25 seconds, guys. All right, 20 seconds. And remember, when you're finished, you need to put it right here in the holder.
I think
All right,
we
so you
may
put
need
it in
to
the
add an
holder.
extra 30 because you got to make use of these toppings.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add any more? No. 5, 4,
15 seconds
3.
more.
All right, so we're
Producer
doing
made the
15 more
call.
seconds.
We want the
All
ice
right.
cream to be good. All right. So we're
15.
at 0.
All right.
15, 14,
13,
12,
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You put it there, Kerm.
Time's up.
All right.
All right, let me hold them.
Man, I wish
Let
I
me
was a
make sure
part
I
of this
have them
game.
right. Okay.
All right, so take this over. All right, so here we go. I'm taking it over. Someone take along the microphone for me. I'll be moving this over to the wives. Oui. All
Hey,
right.
gentlemen, come on over too. We got
right.
a task for you.
And you husbands, you'll know exactly where you place your ice cream, right? All right, so here we go.
All right, just take the opposite seat again. All right.
All right. So.
And.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
All right.
And at the same time, let me show you the artwork, right? And they're different colors, so you're going to tell us which one. All right, so let's look at the first one. This is one of your superhero versions of yourself. Yeah.
So, yeah. Look at that.
And this one. All right. And here we go.
Look like a storybook. All right. And then.
This one. Okay, so let's get choosing.
All right, you guys ready? You ladies are ready? All right.
All right. Who's gonna go first? Who's answer first? All right, ladies, before the ice cream melts, which one of these ice creams?
Which one did I scoop then?
Yeah,
You wanna
start
yeah.
first.
All right, I'll guess this one.
You guess that one?
Okay, you guess that
So
one.
you hold on to that. You guys guess. Because the husbands, they know what they've made.
Uh-huh.
All right. So it's your turn to choose. Pick one of them. Anyone you think
If
your
you
husband
think
made.
hers is yours too, you could say that. Okay. So you guys share that one. Let's go over here.
All right. You feel like your husband
and
makes
that's
that.
a fancy cone too.
All right. So you wanna take a look at that, or take a look at these, see if they're yours. You know Charlie good, so.
I mean, you guys have been having ice cream together for a long time.
So you should know. All right. So
All right.
You feel that's from Charles.
Okay, gentlemen,
All right. So I guess you take that one.
you're ready.
You think that's yours?
If you want to share, you can tell us. You think that's yours, and you, Charles?
All right, Charles.
Well,
You look
or
at it good,
it could
Charles.
be one of these two. You can change if you want. Okay. So he said he wanted that. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Remember, the person who gets it correct, you get 10 points. All right. The couple, you get 10 points. All right. Are we ready to
So
review?
let's start off with this ice cream.
With the ice cream.
But he can also choose the blue. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you can both say.
All right.
So who made this ice
Who
cream?
made this ice cream? All right. So he made that ice cream.
All right. So you guys don't get the point.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go over here.
Who made that ice
Who
cream?
made that ice cream? That's
Charles
yours.
made that ice cream. So no points. No points. No points.
All right. Here.
All right. Who made that ice cream? Oh!
And the last ice cream cone then goes to.
Because I was looking at the chocolate chips in there, because I know that's his favorite. But I was also looking at the top.
Ah.
And I said that looked like Charles ice cream, but I watch the chocolate chips.
Okay.
All
right. So over here, let's see.
All right. Let's go with the pictures
This
now.
Superman, you can hold it up. Why did you think this was yours?
Because of the color. I know that this is one of our favorite.
You hold the microphone.
Yellow is our favorite color.
Yeah. Red and yellow are our favorite colors.
Okay.
So when I didn't see red, I went for second best. Huh?
Okay.
All right. So
But you know what? You're kinda right. Because, can you show them which one is yours?
This one.
The one that's written in yellow.
Oh goodness!
You know, I didn't see that.
You were on the right path. You picked the yellow paper, but you wrote in yellow. All right,
So no
so go
points.
ahead and pick yours. This one is for, sorry. Who did this one?
I made that one.
And he changed it.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
All right.
So we'll switch
The
them
blue
up.
one we already know here. And the orange
Who
was
did
done
ours?
by.
Oh man! I actually thought that was Kern because of the hair.
So I saw W and I said, she's writing a code for him. What's the W for?
Wendell.
Wendell.
That's my super.
And you didn't get
I
that.
even had a bald head man.
I mean.
My goodness!
Okay, so we are zero.
Yeah, we're at zeros. We're at zeros.
There's
we're at
more
zeros.
competition to come. We're going to take a break and we'll be back in a few. Please stay tuned.
OYE's Valentine's Special provided by Ian Anderson's Caves Branch, Pelican Beach Resort, Yokha Resort, the Ramada Belize City Princess, and North Park Hotel. Gift packages provided by Carnivore and Running W, Secret Charm, Premium Wines and Spirits, Santiago Castillo Limited, Lush Spot and Beauty Lounge, Room for Dessert, Rocky Salon, Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, LA Fashions Boutique, Jaguar Studio Boutique, Hank's Barber Shop, Becky's Gift Shop, E-Designs, The Ice Cream Shop, Shanty Belize, and Confetti. With over 100 years of
All right, and welcome back to Open Your Eyes. It's actually the love day, and we're having a lot of lovely fun. That much I could tell you. We're about to go into segment number 2. Now, this one, we'll be chit-chatting with the couples, and we'll be getting, relationship maintenance, building and practicing love. So we're looking forward to that, because this is the part of things that a lot of folks find very hard to do in their relationship. We
We're
know
doing it in the actual phase relationship goes through. You see, you had that beautiful
met-
moment about meeting
yes.
and loving each other.
And then
Now we talk
maintenance
about
now.
getting through the hard times.
Yes.
In case you're just joining us, let us introduce you once again to our couples. We have Venice and Hugh Saul.
Right here.
We have Stephen and Cordelia Usher. We have Kerm and Shelley Timbrell. And we have Danica and Charles Humes.
Yes.
Okay, so John, you know more about this than I do. You're the married one, so I wouldn't know where to start.
Like I mentioned, you know, we're from introduction, how you guys met, to now, how do we keep this thing going on? And I think this is very important for Asian couples to maintain each other and continue with the love. Now, guys, and I'm starting with you guys. I'm starting right here with you guys. Let's talk about maintaining that love. How do we maintain that? We've been together for so many years. How do we maintain
Anybody
this?
can jump in. Who's ready?
You cannot take anyone for granted.
Yeah.
That's basically what I feel. That marriage is hard work, huh?
Yeah.
It's an everyday thing,
Yeah.
hour to hour, day to day. And I think the biggest mistake that we can make is to take each other for granted.
Yeah.
No matter how long a marriage lasts, there's always a moment when you feel a bit insecure.
Yeah.
No matter who you are, you always feel that moment of insecurity. And I think it's a good thing, because what it does, it tells you, reminds you that you're human.
Yeah.
And so I don't take her for granted. Huh? I have I used to have a key to, whenever she was down, I used to say, girl, let me bathe you.
Easy. And that was agreement, I saw.
So basically, that's how I broke the ice.
Yeah.
I said, let me bathe you, man. You know. And so I bathed her. Right?
Yeah.
But then she started liking this thing too.
Oh yeah, I know.
But I found that very therapeutic.
Yeah.
And it sort of highlights caring.
Yeah.
It means that you're always monitoring what's going on
Yeah.
and so on. So basically,
taking care of another person.
So that basically was the way I dealt with it. Huh?
Yeah.
You know. Well, she hasn't had a bath for some time.
By you?
By me, yeah.
You remember that security part?
Right.
All right. So I'd like.
I think one of the most powerful things you said, and it's a great way to start, that in any relationship, you can very easily get comfortable that you just feel that person's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
And you gotta make sure that you reaffirm and reassure.
Definitely.
Did you reach a point where you had that realization, or was it experience from your previous marriages that you kind of knew that was something you had to nurture?
Yeah.
Both.
Okay.
And for me, talking is the important thing.
Yeah.
We have to talk, because I find you misunderstand. You're thinking, he's whatever, and you're going on your own tangent. So you need to talk to find out, to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I believe that a couple should, stay in dialogue.
Definitely.
All the time.
All right. Sounds good.
You want to jump in there? I'm hearing.
One of the things that I've found for couples, we like to compare ourselves. Like we compare other couples, and that could be detrimental, because you have to work with your husband. There are certain things that my husband won't go and cut the yard, but he will pay for the yard to get cut.
Yeah.
But I can't look at my neighbor and say, see, look at her husband cutting the yard. And then that makes me upset. And I'm getting upset for nothing.
Yeah.
Because he might never go out there and cut the yard, but let me enjoy him, that he will stay and we will have a conversation while somebody else is doing it. He is going to pay for it. And that's what a lot of people do. We look at another couple and we say, look how this person, how they're running their home or how they're doing it. And then we start getting upset with our spouse for no reason.
Yeah.
That's
When
no
we know
reason.
that's not who they are.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so we have to look at our spouse and live based on who he is or who she is, instead of comparing.
Man, you guys are amazing. 3 solid pieces of advice already.
Yeah.
Don't take them for granted. Talk, because we never really know.
Can I throw something
And
in
don't
there?
make them to be somebody they're not. Go ahead.
To me, I think one of the most important thing is adjustments, the ability to adjust. That was one of the secret of the boxer Floyd Mayweather's boxing career.
Yeah.
He knew how to adjust quickly, and you know, I would say to my wife, well, you know, I'm showing you I love you because I'm going to buy you a brand new car, and she says that's not what I wanted. And I'm like, what? That's a knife, you know? It's like, no. She says, bring me chocolates every day, or when you go out, you come back, you bring me something small, because it will cause me to feel that you remember me, you'll be thinking of me.
Love language.
And I'm like, I have to adjust. I have to adjust. I was more of a night person. She's a morning person. We have to adjust. And for me, one of the most important things that I've been learning about marriage relationships is the ability to adjust. So you listen, you spend time, because in those times of being together intimately, you learn who the person is, and then you adjust.
Wow.
Wow.
So adjustment is in maintenance.
Yeah.
That's that word we
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah.
Compromise.
Yes, you gotta compromise. You know, we call it coming into each other's world.
Of course.
You know? And so if I want to make her happy, I have to know what makes her happy.
Yes.
Okay, so give me an example, because we all do this in relationships. You have to do that one thing you really hate, but because it's so important to the other person. Tell me one of those compromises.
You hold the microphone, you ready?
I love her face. She's like, yeah.
Come on, B, tell us.
Anybody can tell us.
Anybody, yes.
Because
Okay, I know that he's a person, he doesn't like, you know, having people at your home. Well, when he comes home, it just should be us.
Okay.
You know, and so I had some of my cousins who, because I like to be around people, and I say, you know what, Charles will be home in the next 5 minutes, so I don't want you guys to feel anyway, but it's our time, you know? And another thing that we need to look at is in a relationship, don't entertain gossip. Don't allow people to come and tell you, you know, I saw Charles down the road there with someone, this, that, and then we get all uptight and we blow off the top. If I am upset about something when it comes to him, I will never do it around people. I will never do it around my children. I will wait until we get into that bedroom and I will say, babes, you know what? I didn't like this, and that is how we get along.
Okay, beautiful. That's building, that's maintenance, relationship maintenance. We talk about these things in our own spot. Wow, this is nice. This is nice. We didn't hear from you guys. Let's,
Well, me and Cordelia like to call it pillow talk, right? Because whenever, like Mrs. Hume said, you know, sometimes you just need to spend that time together to sit down and talk, you know, talk about what happened during the day, you know, and talk things out. Because maybe sometimes she would have done something that I wasn't really pleased with, or I would have done something that she wasn't really pleased with. But nobody ever knows unless we share it. So that is something that we tend to keep in our short marriage, because we're going to be married for 3 years, the 4th of next month, right? So we make sure that we keep that, you know, as to maintenance. As well too, we make sure that we spend time together, because sometimes she's a business owner, I'm a business owner, and sometimes we're busy doing our own things, you know, and by the time we would get to bed, sometimes both of us would be too tired to even talk or to, you know, so we make sure that we spend time together. Like, for instance, we would lock off Tuesdays and Saturdays that, you know, between a certain hour, nobody calls, nobody does anything. That is our time, you know, because we believe that we have to invest in our marriage. If this is something that we got to fight for, you know, that we want kids someday, it is something that we really have to invest in and invest a lot of time in it. Because everybody's going to want a piece of you. You know, maybe one of your employees might want you to go and do something, somebody else, you know, might want something. But if we spend time doing everybody else's business and not tend to our own, you know, then we're going to lose out on our marriage. So we believe a lot in investing in our marriage.
Investing, that's another part of the relationship maintenance. Now,
I feel like we could get a book out of this whole segment. You guys are great. Let's get Charles over here. He has something to share.
Yeah, well, from my perspective, I think a lot of the things that have been mentioned so far, they are important, but mainly you need a lot of family time.
Yeah.
For instance, Whenever most people works and do different things, but you got to take the time out to deal with your family, your affairs, and things like that. And I think for me, that's one of the most important things in my relationship.
All right, excellent.
Because she is a teacher, I works for the Supreme Court. Both of us, we have 8 to 5, but for her, she have work when she even gets home.
Yeah.
So you have to know
how to juggle that.
How to deal with
I will tell you something about that. I remember when we get home, because we live in the village, and when I get home, it would be like after 6. And I remember he said one night, he said, I sat on the floor, I have out my charts to make my charts, and he said, Danica, you know what? Left that thing there. And I like, but how you tell me left this thing and I need my chart, for tomorrow? And he said, we need for talk. And I like, oh God, that will happen now. And he said, you know what? This school thing had to get in the way. He said, and they are the kind of thing we make man go do things. And that was my wake-up call, because indeed when I get home, I don't worry about anything. I will just throw out everything, do what I have to do, because I know I have this darling of a man who will go and make the tea for us and attend to the kids and so on. And when he did that, he said, let's go. He said, get your cousin to watch your kids. And we drove to Belize. We went to BTL Park and we sat down, and then he opened up, because he's a person, he doesn't talk too much.
Yeah.
He's that quiet person, and sometimes you have to like dig in to find out where really the bad are. And when he did that, I said, oh my God, I wasn't paying attention to that, because I am thinking about my work, about the children that I teach, And from that day, if he said, babes, let's go, I put away everything and I go. And I think that was that was the big turnaround in our relationship, because I never used to
You took
give
it for
him.
granted. That's what his thing. You saw him doing, but you didn't realize it was with a sacrifice.
There are two things that stand out here
such a
for me
great-
for today. Right now, actually, one is a question that I'd like to ask you guys. But one of the things that I'm seeing here is the compromise as well from Charles. He's not this type of person. But today, he's compromising so he can be here with you, Charles. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
The next thing I want to point out, or I want to ask, because for the most part, we hear that this particular thing is one of the which provides for couples the most time to break up, and that's the finance. What do you say about finance, and should we argue about it? What should be that talk? And not too much, because we don't have much time and we need to go
Or
draw a
finance and
man.
kids, those are the two main issues.
So how do we deal with this, especially when we're finding problems with it?
Money is always, one of the points in life that you're going to have problems. Huh? God has been very good to me in that respect. I've always had nice jobs. But I have lived a life where, like my father never inquired how much money my mother worked for, what she did. I knew my mother was earning more than my father. But my father, he was a businessman, huh? And she had a business too. But she did more. But even if my father, let's suppose that he had to give my mother $1, right? He wouldn't say, well, look, you earn more than me and therefore, no. He gave her what was her money from the business.
Yes.
He gave her money to look after the children or the home, and then his investments. And so I grew up like that, where I don't know how much money my wife ever worked for. I don't know. What I do, I take charge of my home.
Yeah.
And you give what you could afford to ensure that your home is comfortable.
Yes.
Right? And so I don't know whether she earned $1 or 50 cents. I don't know. But I said that has been good because of my, but I learned that from my father.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But he could afford to live like that. But there are couples when the finances get tight.
Tough, yes.
They want to run.
Yeah. Yep.
And I would always encourage couples that I've talked to, that you got to make sure that you chose the right person. And I'm listening here, and people, you know, seem to really love the partners and so on. Therefore, when the hard times come, financially or otherwise, you're going to sit together, you sit your butts down, take the pennies out, the pencil, and work it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Work it out until I really don't believe that the money should be a problem at all. I don't think that has a place. It happens.
If you talk.
But yes, you have to talk and work it out. Yes.
I think you're on a great path right now, and I think that's one of the things we can continue on. There are a lot of people watching right now who love their partners. You always love them, but it gets hard sometimes, and you never know whether or not you should keep going at it or just call it quits. Talk to us about the advice that you give to people, or that you would, not even advice, what would you share about your experience in marriage that, you know, especially about overcoming those tough times? Because I'm sure you see it. People either don't want to get married or they're quickly out of a marriage as soon as it starts.
I would, well, for Stephen and I, we do a lot of budgeting. And so, you know, we would look at our finance and what can we afford, you know. We don't live, you know, above whatever we're making. And so that is very important for us. We look at our finance and what can we afford? Can we afford this for this month? No, we can't, so we will wait, you know. And we talk about that. We don't, you know, hide stuff, but we try be as open as possible, that whatever it is that I don't like, I would tell him. Nothing we put, you know, under the rug. We try to be as open as possible, but definitely budgeting. It keeps us on track.
It makes life a very I live by a budget, you know, because my mother lived by a budget. My mother would not spend $1 on something unless she had budgeted for it. But she was very extreme.
That's discipline.
She makes a budget and she lives by her budget. And unless somebody dies or something like that, she was extreme, only then she would think. But the budgeting,
very important.
I believe in.
But what if you're with a spendthrift? What if your partner is the opposite personality?
Well, you have to coax them, because you see, you cannot have a yard of cloth and want a long pants. If you have a yard of cloth, you have to wear short pants.
Yeah, wear a short
right?
pants. That's right.
And so that basically is how I live my life. And my children know it. So if they cannot come and no surprise at me. You have to give me notice. Right?
But I would say to that, though, I would say to that that I think it goes back to the compromise, because if somebody has a certain lifestyle or a worldview, it becomes a gray area, because if they love to spend and you don't like to spend, that's who you marry. Right? That's who you marry, right? And so it will take time to come to an agreement, an adjustment. So I think that is important. It's not, well, that's not, I don't think it's a place where you start to say, you can't do this, or we start put limitations, or because it could create a lot of problems in your relationship. For my wife and I, our money is our money. There's no separate money. And she takes care of all the money. I don't want to deal with no money. The only thing I ask my wife is communicate with me. If you want to buy something, if you want to, and sometimes she buys a lot of stuff, right? And I said, just let me know. I just need to know what's going on. That's all. But I don't want to deal. But I think it's so important for the money to be the family money. I know of a lot of couples who say it's my money, your money. They don't even know how much who's
Some
making.
have the mine, yours, and ours.
Exactly. You know, we have one money, and it's our money.
It's our money.
But did you talk about that before your marriage, or it just kind of naturally happened?
It just naturally, because I didn't want to deal with the money. I trust her and I respect her so much. I say, you deal with all the money. I'll make the money, you manage the money, right? So.
But would you recommend that people have that conversation before marriage?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it, because a lot of marriages, that is why the people want to leave, because then your money and my money, and worse if the female is making more, if the wife is making more than the husband might not feel like comfortable
He has to be
to even
someone
discuss
who's okay
that.
with that.
You know, and like Kerm said, you know, that overspending and budgeting, that is a very gray area within a lot of marriages, because a lot of marriages. Within a lot of marriages, they're only bringing in maybe $500 or $600 a week, and then somebody would want to spend 800 or whatsoever.
Yeah.
You know, so they literally have to look at what they're bringing in as opposed to what they're spending. You know, and at the end of the day, find out what is more important.
So the key thing I'm hearing here is you need to have a shared financial goal. That
Yes,
you're working
absolutely.
Definitely.
I don't want to lose you guys without getting in this next one, right? Listen, let's be real about what happens in our country. Some people take marriage very lightly. And some people want the cake and eat it too. I'm sure there's been difficult times in your marriage. And I want to, forgiveness is an important thing, but boundaries are important as well. I want us to talk about that. We know that there's infidelity. We can say that, and it's very common in our culture. Sometimes there are really difficult times, even if it's not infidelity, difficult things that have taken place. What do you, when you see, let's use the example, you see a younger couple, and you see them about to split because of, it could be infidelity or somebody did something wrong.
Yeah.
What do you tell them?
Well, I remember.
Here we go. We have
I remember I had a cousin who was in that situation. Every time they have a problem, it was because of finances. And I had to sit her down and I told her, I said, you know what? I said, what we need to remember in life, money isn't everything. Once we are happy, that is what makes a relationship works. Happiness.
Yeah.
I said if we learn to, as many of us here say today, we have to appreciate each other for the little things in life. If you just would take my knee and rub it because I said here it's hurting me, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
If I have a headache and you get me some pills, it makes a big difference. Money isn't everything, and I had to tell her, I said, you know what? You need, when the man they work, you have to take the little bit you get and save some for rainy days.
Yeah.
I said, because look at myself and Charles, because they always admire us. I said, look at me and Charles. We have 2 at 6 Farm. I said, 2 of them are in the same class. I said, how do you think we manage?
Yeah.
What we do, we take, he would say, okay, I will pay for the tuition this semester. I take the next one the next semester. That is how we live.
Yeah.
You know, he does everything in the home. He pays the bills, he buys the groceries, everything.
So your advice is what? What would you tell them?
It is to make much of what you have.
Yeah.
The little that you have to learn how to work with it.
Yeah.
No want more. I am a person, I live a simple life. I know worry about nails. If I say I have that on, that's because my husband would have said, babe, don't know what you want to do on nails. I like, come on. But I know it's something that he likes, so I would go and do my nails.
Yeah.
If you say, you know what, babes, go fix your hair. You know, so it's things like those. And we have to learn to work with the little that we have. And this is the way people not understand. I can't want a diamond ring and I know I can afford a silver. You understand what the man have to do in order to get you that diamond ring. You don't know if you go sell drugs. You don't know you the put in our situation whereby you're the buying and then when you not get to and want your bakes, it's not like that.
Situations are caused.
Let's keep this advice going.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I think the question was infidelity,
1,
right?
2, yeah, we could go.
All right. Well, for me that's not a big issue.
Yes.
What? Wow.
But you know men do it. You have
They do
friends,
it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I have friends, yes. And I want to advise all my friends to please not do that.
Yeah.
Please, my friends, don't do that. Because me and my wife have this conversation. I've never cheated on my wife, thank God, by the grace of God. And my wife has never cheated. Cheating is a very serious issue.
Yeah.
It's a violation of a deep trust that is not easily restored. And if you have committed infidelity, you have to put in all the work required to bring complete restoration. Because once trust is broken, it's not easily restored.
It's not easily restored.
I tell my wife, we talk about it, I say, if you ever cheat on Michelle, I don't know if I could forgive her, but I would have to forgive her. I know she's not like that. And I know there's relationships where it has happened.
Yeah.
Please don't do that. That is not a likely issue. It's a deep matter.
Yeah.
sexual intimacy should be between two persons.
Love each other.
Only that loves each other. And it's beautiful. Our friends and they still broke down bed after about 30 odd years.
Well.
They do. I'm telling you. So for me, it would be an issue of understanding why. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, is your sexual needs not been met in that relationship? That's important too. My wife and I have these conversations.
Yeah.
She knows how important that is to me.
Yeah. I hear you.
Hallelujah.
And I think, thank you for that honesty.
Yeah.
Thank you for that honesty.
Yeah.
And also the fact that the temptation is there.
And then, like, sometimes infidelity, boy, that's a heavy one, right? But I think it has to do with the root of the problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if I have always been the type of person that said, you know what, if I'm not really serious about a girl, I'm not even going to
mess with her.
Yeah, you know, I don't text, talk, nothing, you know, because I want whatsoever I do to have a heavy impact.
Yeah.
For instance, you know, I always think about my wife, you know, whenever I stood in front of that church, that fateful day, in front of all her relatives,
Family,
all of
yeah.
mine, you know, we have photographs and all of that. That always replays back in my mind. I said, man, you know, I really did it, you know, and I want that to last.
Yeah.
You know, I believe marriage is I do you, you do me, and we do nobody else.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And at the end of the day, we have to have that trust and that integrity in one another to say, you know what? I want you for the rest of your life, and you want me regardless of whatsoever clash we have. You know, because marriage is not all a bed of roses. You know, there are times when I would say to Cordelia, man, you know, you're really, you know, acting tough to me, and she would say the same, because she would want something and I would want something. But at the end of the day, we come together in compromise and say, you know what, you wanted that, I wanted this, let's meet in the middle.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you know, Marlene, you said that men do it, women do it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Majority,
And the
I think
temptation on
men,
both sides.
yes, but we, I have always gone into recommending counseling, because I'm often saying to mainly women who are cheated on that it's not going to get better. So you dump him and you throw him because you're angry, and you're rightly so. But when you leave, trust me, it's not necessarily going to be better out there. You're just going back into the same. So before you huff and puff and run out, get into counseling, work it out.
Yeah.
Your marriage counseling is important.
Yeah.
Can I say something on
Yes,
this?
sir. Sure. Yes, sir.
When I was a young man, in my late 20s.
Just the other day. Yes.
Yeah. my sister, I was a bit busy, right?
Yes.
And so my sister called me, my eldest sister. And at home they call me Cecile, huh? She said, Cecile, stop. Women are like lime, all sour. So don't think that if you leave this woman and you go to another woman, it will be better. And so I always tell my children that, you know, that
Like lime.
like lime.
That's
interesting. Like lime.
I know, we're all there.
Yeah. So if you have your lime, make lemonade.
Okay, sugar.
Sweeten it. Right? And so that would be my message.
That it'll be the same.
Yeah, deal with your lime, huh?
Yeah. Deal with your lime. Sweeten it.
Because when you go there, it's another lime.
It's another lime.
Yes.
I wonder if I could call my wife for lime.
But you know what, guys? Really quick.
But it's all the same. But I want to hear from the women with this one too.
You guys want to? All right, chime in. Because
I do agree. Women cheat, men cheat.
Yes.
Tempt again, and I keep on saying it because the key thing isn't just saying you're not going to cheat. It's when the temptation is in front of you.
Temptation is out there, and
you remind yourself, I'm married or I'm not going to
There's
cheat.
some women that only look for men with rings.
Yes.
Literally.
But what you mentioned and what she mentioned is basically two of the same. She's saying that even if there was infidelity, work it out, because when you go over there, it's going to be the same thing.
Again, right?
You're saying women are like lime, so even if you left this one, you're going to meet another lime.
Yeah.
So you try to sweet up this, is what I'm saying. Excellent, guys. But we need to get to the game.
Okay,
we
any
need to get to the
final
game.
advice?
Yes.
I just want to balance out with female.
Yes. No second chances for physical abuse.
Oh, of course.
I agree with
No
that.
second thanks for physical abuse.
Communication is the key, and always work on your marriage.
All right. Okay, so we're going to shift over to the game because we're going to save some of this lime juice for a minute. Just so you say. We got a game that's coming up. Actually, what we're going to do, I think, John, you're going to go ahead and read out the prizes. So we're 0-0, which means the game is high stakes. Who wins this one wins the prizes. All right, so we're going to scroll a bit of video. And who's coming over with me? 2 couples? All right, the first 2 couples are coming over with me.
Okay. So
Great.
we're talking about Vernice and... Okay. So you guys go. All right, so
the first
all right, so
two-
here we go with the prizes, and you know, Oye Valentine prizes. Now check this out, guys. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be, these are big prizes. North Park Hotel, they're donating 1-night accommodation
video,
for 2
John.
with continental
You're not on.
breakfast. We have Yok Ha Resort in Dangriga. This is a nice one. They're donating 1-night accommodations for 2, includes boat transfer to and from the island, coffee, snacks, water, 3-course dinner and breakfast, and use of kayaks and paddle boards. Yok Ha is a very nice place as well. Pelican Beach Resort, 1-night accommodation for 2, mini suite, and includes breakfast and dinner. We have Ian Anderson's Caves Branch Lodge, 1-night accommodation for 2 in Canopy Tree House. Woo! Includes dinner, breakfast, and signature tour of couples choice. Princess Ramada, 1-night accommodation for 2, including dinner, movie, and breakfast. We also want to say a big thank you to Carnivore. 2 packages that include 1 pack marinated ribeye, 1 pack pibil, 1 pack Italian sausage. Hank's Barbershop, 4 gift certificates for a haircut. Must call to make your appointment though. Secret Charm, 2 $50 gift certificates. Premium Wines and Spirits, 2 gift baskets. Sancas, 4 gift baskets. Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, 1 couple pedicure. Room for dessert, 4 Valentine cupcake packages. Grace Kennedy, 4 gift baskets. Rockies, 1 couple pedicure. LA Fashions Boutique, 2 gift items. Shanti, 1 Valentine special to be shared between couples include hydrating fruit facial, stress relief massage, and exfoliating honeybee body scrub. J'adore Boutique, 2 gift baskets. Beckett's Gift Shop, 4 $50 gift certificate. And E-Designs, 2 Love branded wine glass and 1 Modern Man whiskey set. Woo! Now that's a lot. Marlene, it's when you're ready.
Ready for the next competition. This one is called Mind Your Words. Now you guys are playing Hang the Man. You remember how to play that? Oh, you don't know it. Okay.
Maybe this is
No, it was before. So it's you have to guess what word, what phrase is in front of you. And they're both songs, very famous love songs from very famous people, right? I'll give you, it's about the theme for today. Now, you guess, and every wrong letter that is not included, you put a body part. So you start with the round head, a stick figure, the stick in the middle, 1 leg, 2 leg, 1 arm, 2 arm, right? And if your entire drawing completes, then you're dead. You hang the man. All right. So are they doing it simultaneously? We're doing one by one. So we're going to start off with over here. And I'll give them one clue. The one clue is this one is it's a very well-known love song by a male singer. All right? So let's get started. You have your phrase right in front of you. Who's doing it? You're guessing? Okay. Okay, no, so she has to do it now. So she has to, you're gonna guess. Okay. So guess. All right, we got a timer on.
Love?
Yes. So, okay, so you gotta guess the letters L-O-V.
L-O-V-E.
Okay. Uh-huh. Any letter?
Y-O-U.
No, you start with one letter at a time.
Sorry, Y.
Y. Okay, so you're gonna. There's no Y, so you draw the head. All right. You
O?
guessed O, so O is a, yeah. Mm-hmm.
A?
A. No, there's an A. Second last one. Mm-hmm.
T? I?
You can fill in the E's. Yeah, I was gonna say. And the fill in the E too. And you guessed L already too. Mm-hmm. G. All right, so you're gonna do the whole body now, the full stick down the middle. Just one, just one.
Oh, one. K.
All right, well, you already put the leg there. Go ahead.
Love.
Just guess
Y.
any letter.
Oh, I think
He guessed Y, okay. All right, I didn't set the timer, producer Steph. You gotta tell us when. All right, but keep on. We'll give you, there are 3 letters, 4 letters there. 4 more letters to guess.
B?
B? Nope, so you're gonna do,
Oh.
ooh, last one. Last one. You can guess the phrase if you could figure it out. You got love, blank, let. Pick a letter.
M?
M?
Yeah.
All right, you live to fight. One
Oh,
more.
wow. Let me, love, blank, let me.
Okay, so the singer is Luther Vandross, and the song is Love Won't Let Me Wait.
Oh, man.
All right, so
Wow.
let's see. Who has? Okay, so he's gonna guess. We need, yeah, the marker. Good try though. You got pretty close. All right. So you have an understanding now how it works?
Yeah, have an
Great.
yeah. L.
L. You guys have a famous female
S.
singer? S.
S.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
T.
Mm-hmm.
I.
Mm-hmm. And also here.
H.
H. Is there an H? Yes.
V.
Mm-hmm.
R.
Mm-hmm. In here. Man, you're delaying this death for a long time.
N. N.
N. N. Hello. And you know what he wants to say? Moves like a simmer. Right?
Yeah.
You can see it on his face. You could keep on guessing letters. You have
Yes.
a blank slate. He's competitive, isn't he?
Yes.
I can see this. Yes.
G.
G. You guessed it? Uh-huh, come on. Guess a letter. You can guess a letter.
Like I'm stuck.
P.
P. You can keep on guessing letters, don't you worry.
Yes, P-R-I.
I wish we could get his face right now. This is very serious for him. Hugh
Is there a Z? No.
No, so that's your head. All right. Finally, we start the hangman.
D. E.
Ah! You notice he didn't go for any of the easy letters, right? And it says...
Love is stronger than pride.
That's right. And that is by... Who knows the singer? Who knows the singer of that song? Do you guys know?
Nope.
Do you guys know? Anybody over there knows? We can give you 5 points if you know. Love is stronger than pride? No, Sade. All right, so we do have some numbers on the scoreboard for one couple at least. That means you guys are in first place. The other two are going to compete after the break. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's more for our Valentine's specials. Please stay tuned.
En la vida siempre hay más de un lado a cada historia, cosas buenas y no tan buenas.
Packages for OYE's Valentine's Special provided by Ian Anderson's Caves Branch, Pelican Beach Resort, Yokha Resort. The Ramada Belize City Princess. And North Park Hotel. Gift packages provided by Carnivore and Running W, Secret Charm, Premium Wines and Spirits, Santiago Castillo Limited, Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, Room for Dessert, Rocky Salon, Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, LA Fashions Boutique, Jaguar Studio Boutique, Hank's Barber Shop, Becky's Gift Shop, E-Designs, The Ice Cream Shop, Shanty Belize, and Confetti.
Welcome back. We are winding down just like that this Valentine's special. Oh yeah, Valentine's special. We have 4 wonderful couples, and I'll tell you what, they have been doing excellent. This was one of the most
You
fun
are
we've
an
ever,
amazing
ever,
group today.
ever had.
Yeah.
But while we are in the final segment, this one is actually about lesson learned. You know, what you've learned with being with your partner, that lesson that have got you wholesome in your home. We've learned a lot of things with each other. But there's, you know, there are a few things that we've learned that would be like the ultimate to say, you know what, yes, thank you, my wife, or thank you, my husband. So let's jump on into it. Anybody you'd want to jump on in? What's that lesson that you've learned being with each other? All right.
So
All
fresh
right,
and so important, but I think one of the most important things is to spend quality time with your spouse, because that's the place where you get to know them.
Yeah.
After you get to know them, then you need to act out on the information.
Yeah.
If you don't know the person, you are likely to make a whole lot of very serious mistakes,
Yeah.
like I have.
Yes.
So I realize it's not just sitting and discussing family business. We were just at a marriage conference. You don't just discuss family business, but personal, deep things.
Yeah.
What do you love?
Yeah.
What do you want? What can I do? You get information when you allow the person to talk and you listen.
Yeah.
And then act on that information. Listen, my wife tell me, Kerm, if you want a hug at night, that don't start at 8 p.m. That start 8 a.m.
With
So
the
you gotta-
day you have.
That's right. You gotta work to get that. You gotta earn the hug.
Yeah.
Before I thought when I got married, the hug thing may done me along. Not so.
Right, I mean, because there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of how you
Yes.
feel about how you're treated.
That's right.
Yeah. I want to throw a question out here to Charles, right? Because Charles, you seem to be a man who, and Danica said it, that you don't necessarily, you're not much of a talker, right?
That's correct.
Okay, but you have to communicate in your relationship. You know, you have to say things maybe that you weren't comfortable saying before, how you feel and whatnot. How do you get to that place? Because there are a lot of guys like you. They just want to be a manly man and don't talk.
Yeah.
They'll pay bills or take care of business, but how do you learn to develop that part of your relationship?
Well, I think that part, for me, that comes with the children. That's how we do most of the, well, for me, that's how I do most of my communication.
Yeah.
Because for us, we have 5 children.
Okay.
So I try to take them out, and that's how we interact as a family.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So whenever she and I will speak, it's just very little on what we might not have touched as a family.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just the kids that makes everything.
So the kids brought that out in
smooth.
you.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
I like
All right. The rest of advice. Let's hear it. Right.
Yes.
Tips. Whatever you would like to say about the lessons you have learned about love,
I leave it.
marriage.
Yeah. I like to cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do not like to spend money in restaurants. And so because of that, I cook for my wife, right? And I'm a fairly good cook, huh? You
Wait,
know?
she has to say that now.
Yeah. No, I'm saying before she said amen, right?
We verified that is a fact. Let's move on.
Yes. So, my mother insisted that all her sons learn to cook. She says that when you learn to cook, you know what in the pot, right? And so, because I don't like spending money in restaurants, what I do, I would make my home into that. Huh? Yeah. And so when I cook, I would lay the table, so just if you're in a top restaurant, you know, because I like to see her eat. I like, you know, to me, she enjoys food, and I like to cook. And so that is how I compensate for not going to any, you know, spending $300 this. So I go and buy maybe a nice fish or a nice steak, a nice this. I know she like it, and I cook.
Yeah.
And the works, you know.
Yeah.
From soup to wine to but she doesn't drink, so I drink for me and she, right?
What I hear from you is that's how you show your love. This effort, this grand effort.
Okay.
But it's also tied very closely to something you know she enjoys. She appreciates good food.
Good food, yes, she likes food. Yeah.
And what about the conversation when you do? I mean, you're tired, you just finished cook up a big meal. How important is it that you connect over that meal as well?
There's nothing that we don't discuss, huh? Because with me, what you see is what you get. And so if I'm annoyed, the world would know that I'm annoyed.
Okay.
If I'm happy, the world would know that I'm happy.
Okay.
And so I don't have any halfway situation to pretend that I'm happy if I'm not happy. If I'm not happy, I'll tell you, you know, if it's midnight or midday.
That's great.
I would tell you, because my mother say, never allow the sun to go down on your wrath. Yeah,
go to sleep with me.
Yeah, and so I, you know, I love to sleep, and so because of that, I settle on my business before I sleep.
But that's a good advice there, right? Because you don't have to read his mind. He's gonna tell you how he's feeling. Yeah.
For Stephen and I think it is support. Whenever, because he's a photographer, whenever he goes out for the day, I would not normally call him because I know he's on set or whatever, but I would send him a text, you know, just checking on you. Are you okay? Are you getting something to eat? If it is lunchtime, what are you having? So that support, I being there for him and him being there for me. In whatever it is that we're doing, we try our best to be there for each other and support no matter what.
Support. All right.
I believe the wives are supposed to be our husband's biggest cheerleader. You know, we have to always remind them of how important they are to us and how much we love them. We have to say thanks for, you know, because they go above and beyond, and sometimes that word is scarce, and we have to remind people, not only in our marriage, but in any area, any relationship, remembering to say thank you.
All right. Don't take it for granted. They play tough, but they like the sweet words too, right?
Something nice.
Well, what we would do as a couple, during the day, we would, when he's free up, because you know at the Supreme Court you don't have time for yourself at time, I would hear my little phone beeping, I would get a little sweet word and I would run to go and peep on it in class, and I would send back something sweet, you know, so we get prime up for when we go home, so it keeps the love alive.
Wow.
So use the phone, say a little something sweet, it plays a big role.
Excellent. You know what I'm hearing? We have you.
Yeah, I just gotta say, marriage is what you make it. If you want ham and eggs for tomorrow morning at your breakfast, you know what you gotta do, right? You gotta go to the store, you gotta buy some ham, you gotta buy some eggs. You have to actually make it. You know, nobody's gonna really put it there for you, you know? And that was what we learned in the first couple months of being married. You know, that if we want our marriage to be rock steady. We gotta fight hard to make it rock steady. We gotta, put in our work in it. So marriage is literally what you make it. You have to invest the time, you have to invest the money, and you have to do it.
Alright.
Just get out there and do it.
And my question is it still worth it? All the
Yes.
effort,
Yes.
all
It
the
is worth it.
compromise.
It is worth it. At the end of the day, whenever you come home and you see that smiling face and you see that support from your wife, it means all the world to a man.
Yeah. Me being, I'm married.
I know,
as well.
John, they're asking
And I
you to
just
share
wanna-
your story,
yes,
so
I
go
just-
ahead.
I share these sentiments, and I always tell my wife, when I'm at work, I check up. And I check up on her because I find it very important to at least hear how things gone be. When I come here in the morning, my wife drops me here with the children. So that's a wholesome.
That's a support,
That's a support. When I leave here and I go to work, I always call her to ask how things gone this morning. So she knows that I am supporting her. That around midday, you eat something nice. And it doesn't have to be a long conversation. Just 1, 2. But you know when is the best time for me? When all of us are at home and all 4 of us are sharing what happened throughout the day in that bed.
Yes,
Ah,
the
my
bed,
goodness.
that's it.
That's the best feeling ever. You want to know why? Because that's when you create that love. That's for me. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for 5 o'clock.
I mean, all of your faces. Can I just say, let me say on my end, thank you. It's been a tough week for this entire country.
Yes, it has.
And we really closed it off. I think a lot of people are cynical about love and marriage, and many people have had bad experiences, but you guys have brought love back to the center of this conversation. And practical love, real love, because it's not like the movies. It takes a lot more, but like you all said just now, it's worth it.
Marriage, marriage is there's no.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't think that there is the non-parallel. You cannot compare it with anything else. A home, to have a happy home, a wonderful supporting wife, children, you know what I mean?
Love it.
Yeah, and so I believe in marriage.
Yeah.
I really believe in marriage, and those people who are not married, they don't know what they're missing.
If I can inject something here too,
Never too late. Never too late. Yeah. So they're out of that.
Can I inject something there, John?
Objective perspective when I have these conversations. That's why.
After all, it is a game show, guys.
Yeah.
And,
Here's something to say, though.
all right.
Yeah. We were talking earlier about, infidelity, and I think when we bring stuff into the marriage, into the family, that stuff like infidelity and other difficult issues, we really do a lot of harm. Because, when I think about the moments, right, of being on the bed with the kids and the interaction, the fun times, sometimes we take them, we pull them by the leg, the fun that you have with your family together, it makes a man feel right.
Oh my goodness.
And it's worth you being faithful to your wife and being loyal to your family, because the rewards comes. It comes, Even as I wish my kids are at home watching us right now. They'll be like, "Mommy, Daddy, they'll be your big cheerleaders."
And they still could do it.
Yes, they'll do it. But it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it.
I would love to know that a lot of people out there would get that, to understand that. Guys with the guns, on broken homes, this week, it's not just this week, it's pretty bad worldwide.
It is.
And if I've always been fighting with how can we find a way to get that message that you just
family matters.
Family
is the bedrock.
Yes. Building on your legacy, there's nothing like
the family starts with that relationship that grows into a marriage, that grows into parenthood, and then grandparents, and it continues.
Let me say this quickly, John. I have to say this one. We just had on Saturday a family reunion from my mom's side of the family. It was super spectacular. My phone right now is in my wife's purse, and the messages are still rolling through. People are expressing the deepest level of gratitude because we just got to know some of the family members. You know, we didn't know that this one was our cousin, or how did you connect? Or
Yeah.
first time we saw you, we had an amazing time. And I learned that from my wife's side. They do family reunions, so it's the marriage into the family, into the bigger family.
Yeah.
It's worth being loyal and faithful.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, I
We'll invite you guys next time to our reunion. That's right.
All right.
All right, guys.
Love the conversation, but we need a winner. We got all these prizes that we got to give away.
Where's
So,
Steph need to come on in. All right, because what we're doing now is that this particular part of the thing, this is actually the last part.
You're gonna
And,
finish the
this
lyrics,
one
I
is
think.
finish the lyric. So we need I think you guys pick, or you guys pick.
one
we ask
one
you.
part of the couple has to pick.
Okay.
Is that how it
They're
works?
out.
Stephanie?
Yeah, Stephanie. Yeah.
Oh, we pick it, and who answers first? Yes, that makes more sense. Thank you.
All right. All right. So here we go.
Oh wow.
So I read the song or the lyric, Stephanie? I read the
song.
song and you tell me a lyric.
Okay.
Yes?
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Stephanie.
We'll
need to
figure it
come on.
out.
Come on over.
All right.
Come on
So
over.
yeah, our producer is behind the trouble. If you, it's not us trying to make fun of you.
Yeah.
All right. So I read the song and then. Okay,
Oh,
great.
cool, cool,
Got
cool.
you. Okay.
All right.
So the song is "Because You Loved Me" by Celine Dion.
That's a good one.
You
Easy
guys
one.
will have to tell us what the lyric is.
All right. So here we go with the song.
That's okay.
All right. So we're waiting for that song.
They're singing the songs in their head right now, you know.
Yes, I know.
Mhm.
You have to hear the tune. All right.
Or-
So here we go.
For all the truth that you made me see.
Oh yeah, I know that song. I'm grateful for the job.
Because you love
One try, not correct. Next one.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Who wants to try?
I'm everything I am because you love.
All
That's
right.
it.
Nope.
That's supposed
You
to be
sure?
it.
Next.
I'm grateful for your love because you love me.
Close
to that. I know.
Closer.
I'm everything I am because you love me.
Let's go ahead and play the clip. Continue, press play. Let's find out what it is. Oh, we don't continue from this point?
Let's continue from the karaoke part. All right.
Joy you brought to my life for all the wrong things.
Right.
Oh, that was it.
For every dream. Everything I am
Because you love me.
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted them to play the video because I think you're right. But what I have here is
I'm
that
everything
it
I am
says,
because you love me.
I'll be forever
I'll be-
thankful, baby. You're the one who held me up.
Oh yeah.
Continue play.
That's why I said that, right?
That's
All right, so let's pick another one then.
That one
let's
was
pick
too
another
hard.
one. All right,
We
so.
like
get a hitchhiker.
That's why I'm going to tell you.
All right.
All right, let's go again. Karaoke session again in 3, 2, 1.
The song is. So I make mention of the song, right?
Yes.
I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get the song up by a bit, so start thinking about that song.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a favorite love song? What was your wedding song? Do you remember the song that you danced to at your wedding? Oh, we're ready.
All right.
I'm not going to try to sing this one because the rain will come early. Go ahead, John. The words aren't changed.
So goodbye. Please don't cry.
Good.
All right, so there we
that
go.
one. It's getting the word. You guys are great.
So Stephen and Cordelia Usher, they got that one.
All right, the next one we're doing is "You're Still the One" by Shania Twain.
Oh my goodness, that's a good one. You don't know that one? Come on,
You know this one?
All right.
I run too. This was our song.
Your wedding song? Oh.
Oh, you can't miss this. You can't.
Ooh, how we gonna pick this winner? How we gonna pick this?
You're still
We're still together, we're holding strong.
Danica gets a point.
Danica
You
gets
said
that one.
something different. You said
Yeah. Danica get that one.
holding strong.
Danica got it.
We're still
Danica got it.
together
Yeah.
going strong.
Yeah.
Danica got that one.
Still the one. You're
All
still
right.
the one I'm running to.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's their tune.
She had to know that song. They're still the one after being 10
Right.
years old. All right, the next song we're going to an old-time classic, "When a Man Loves a Woman" by Michael Bolton. I
Must know
love
this one,
this
Kurt.
song.
That was one of my favorite songs.
That means you heard it a lot.
Let's do it.
Help me, Shelly.
You just sit out of this competition?
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys feel like dancing, you can go ahead, you know.
When a man loves a woman, why do you think the freezer?
It's back on his best friend.
Oh, sorry. If she is mad,
You can't see it.
mm-hmm.
Can't do no
She
wrong.
Can do no wrong.
Loving eyes will never
To keep her calm. To keep her calm. Turn his back on his best friend.
All right, so we're doing it over. All right,
Okay,
so don't worry.
yeah, because. All right, sing it out now. And who we hear the loudest with the correct lyrics. I'm gonna turn my head. Can't keep his mouth.
Nothing else.
He'll trade the world
For the good things he's wrong.
if she's
bad, he can see it.
She can do no wrong.
Loving eyes would never.
That's all he knows.
Loving eyes would never
Turn his
see.
back on.
Turn his back on his
Is that it? Let's see dance show.
no wrong.
Press play. Turn her back on his best friend if he put her down. John,
I said that.
that one is you.
This is tough, like really tough, really tough.
I go with Steven.
Yo, Steven-
Oh, you said it.
Kerm-
Okay.
Kerm
See, I was
said
turning
it,
my
Kerm
back.
said
It was over
Kerm
here.
said it.
Kerm. All right, Kerm got it.
Kerm actually got it.
So does this mean everybody has 1 point so far? This is everybody's won something.
Steph, where is Steph? Steph needs to come in.
Tiebreaker here.
Let's do a
This is the
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. We're officially at a tie.
All right.
Okay, Bee Gees. How deep is your love?
Yes.
That's not your tune, okay?
Bee Gees. All right.
All right, so let's get the Bee Gees. How deep is your love? All right, let's get the words on. I love this song, my God.
In the morning sun, I feel you touch me
in the pouring rain. And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
How deep is your love?
Oh my God, I wish I would play. I have this
I'm
one.
singing it. I don't know. I wanna feel you in my arms again.
Let's do it again, yes? I feel you touch me in the pouring rain.
And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
How deep is your love?
Oh my God, I got it. Daryl got it. I know it.
Okay, Daryl, you sing it from over there. Let's hear it.
One final time, guys. Let's do it.
It's there. Just guess.
Touch me in the pouring rain.
And the moment that you wander far from me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
Something with summer breeze.
That's how I sing songs too.
Keep me warm in your love as you softly leave. And you need to show how deep is your love. There you go.
We still need it.
We still need a tiebreaker.
It's not best karaoke singer, it's who finishes. So we need a winner. All right.
The 70s one.
All right,
Summer breeze.
All right, now we're going to Endless Love
Endless Love.
by Lionel Richie and Dana Ross.
Yes. So
All right.
let's do
We
Endless
gotta
Love
do
and
the
that. Yes, we
tiebreaker.
have to do a tiebreaker.
Last one, and then.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Let's
I mean,
do
just.
Endless Love.
All right, gentlemen with the deep voice. Your every breath that I take, and every step I take. Well, it's there on the screen.
I want to share all my love with you. Only you. Only you. How deep is only you.
She got it. She sang it. There's only you in my life. All right, Danica, you got that one. You got that one. All right, we got one winner.
Where's Steph? Come back.
This is what happens. The conversation is so good that you guys can't.
Oh my goodness. I
Beat
tell
each
you,
other.
my cheeks they hurt, please don't.
Okay, but we are out of time, and
We're out of time, guys.
I think
We're out of
people
time.
are getting jealous of all the fun that we're having, so we're gonna close it off.
We are.
And we want to start off by saying thank you, because we know
Thank you.
that it takes a bit of arm twisting, a little chorusing, a little bribery here or there to get you on set this morning to share your personal life story.
Yeah.
But we appreciate it, and
Very
I'm
much
sure
so.
our viewers did as well.
Yes. So thank you guys.
You were the resisting one.
Well, you know what? You guys went above and beyond. And I think this is definitely the step forward for you guys being role models for our younger couples. I'm a young person. And I've got my wife, and there's a lot that I'm taking away from today. So guys, thank you so very much. But we need to find out.
From the Facebook love to the primary school love to the Garden City love
Garden
and the
country love.
all kinds of stories. All right, so we have some great prizes that we want you all to walk away with, and we're going to try to get some of them over here so we can hand them out, or producer Miss Stephanie, who coursed you all to get here, is going to be handing that over to us. We have a one night stay with breakfast at North Park Hotel.
Yes, we have one night accommodation for two, includes boat transfer to and from the island, coffee, snacks, water, 3-course dinner and breakfast, and use of kayaks and paddleboard. You know where that is, right? Yoka Resort.
All right, off the coast of Dangriga. Telican Beach Resort as well is giving us a night accommodation for two in a mini suite, and that includes breakfast and dinner.
My God, then there's a night accommodation for two in a canopy treehouse, include dinner, breakfast, and signature tour of the couple's choice. And that's from Ian Anderson's Caves branch.
All right, at Princess, one night accommodation that includes dinner, movie, and breakfast.
And then we've got two gift packages that include one pack marinated rhubarb, one pack pibil, one pack Italian sausages from Carnivore.
All right, we'll wait for an invite when you cook it up. Gentlemen, you're headed on over to Hank's Barbershop to be able to get a nice haircut.
And
Secret Charms is giving out two $50 gift certificates,
Yep.
Premium Wines and Spirit, 2 gift baskets.
4 gift baskets from Suncast, 1 couple pedicure from Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, 4 Valentine cupcake packages from Room for Dessert.
Ooh.
4 gift baskets from Grace Kennedy Belize Limited.
A couple's pedicure from Rockies, 2 gift items from LA Fashions Boutique, a Valentine's special to be shared with a couple, which includes fruit facial, stress relief massage, and an exfoliating honeybee body scrub
You've got-
at Om Shanti.
You've got 2 gift baskets from J'adore Boutique. You've got 4 $50 gift certificate from Becky's Gift Shop. And finally,
2 Love branded wine glasses with a Modern Man whiskey set. That's
Whoa.
coming from E Designs. We'll tell you who's getting what after the break. We'll be back in a few. Please stay tuned.
Show. Baby, I'll always love you so. I will love you anyway. More than
The Belize Bank introduces its mortgage loan promotion for
Accommodation packages for OYE's Valentine's Special provided by Ian Anderson's Caves Branch, Pelican Beach Resort, Yokha Resort, the Ramada Blue City Princess, and North Park Hotel. Gift packages provided by Carnivore and Running W, Secret Charm, Premium Wines and Spirits, Santiago Castillo Limited, Lush Spa and Beauty Lounge, Room for Dessert, Rocky's Salon, Grace Kennedy Belize Limited, LA Fashions Boutique, Jador Studio Boutique, Hank's Barber Shop, Becky's Gift Shop, E-Designs, The Ice Cream Shop, Shanty Belize, and Confetti.
And welcome back. Just like that, we have come to the end of this spectacular show. It was a nice time hanging out with these couples. We've learned a lot from them.
Yeah.
But we need to wrap things up. So we'll be telling you what they've won. So first place.
Doesn't it go the other way around? You start with
we
fourth.
go with fourth.
Yeah,
All right, so here we go.
You've been hosting a really long time. You should know how this goes. Fourth
All right.
prize.
So fourth prize
goes to...
Fourth prize goes to... Should we say it? All right, so here we go with a sprint. And then we'll be hearing exactly what the situation is. Should I steal third base?
Go to fourth. Talk
Okay, here we go.
Talk
Fourth,
about
fourth.
the prizes, yeah.
Fourth prize, you'll be walking away with one night accommodations that include dinner, movie, and breakfast. One haircut from Hank's Barbershop, one couple pedicure, one gift basket from Travelers, a $50 gift certificate from Becky's, a gift basket from Premium Wines and Spirits, one Valentine cupcake package from Room for Dessert, one gift basket from Grace, one gift item from Jador Boutique, and 2 Love branded wine glasses from Designs.
E-Designs.
E-Designs, yes.
All right. And that goes to?
That goes to none other than Shelly.
And Kerm.
Yeah, Shelly and Kerm, you guys, congratulations to you there. Walking away with fourth prize.
Yeah. Woo! Third prize, we get a night accommodation for 2 with continental breakfast, a haircut from Hank's Barbershop, couples pedicure, gift basket from Travelers, $50 gift certificate from Becky's, gift basket from Premium Wines and Spirits, a Valentine cupcake package from Room for Dessert, gift basket from Grace, gift basket from Jador Boutique, a Modern Man whiskey set, and a gift set from Sandcast.
And third prize is goes to. You want to say the name?
Go ahead.
That's Min.
Oh, you can't read it. Danica.
Danica. Oh, yeah, Danica. Congratulations.
You were trying to put the hard ones off on me.
Yeah, because I couldn't see it, man.
Oh.
You know.
Second prize.
Second prize is Yokha Resort one night accommodation for 2 includes boat transfer to and from the island, coffee, snacks, water, 3-course dinner and breakfast, and use of kayaks and paddle boards. One gift package from Running W include 1 pack marinated ribeye, 1 pack pibil, 1 pack Italian sausage, 1 haircut from Hank's. That no come in Running W. Cause that no meat, right? One haircut from Hank's Barbershop, a $50 gift certificate from Becky's, a $50 gift certificate from Secret Charm, 1 Valentine cupcake package from Room for Dessert, 1 gift item from LA Fashion, 1 gift basket from Grace. And second prize goes to none other than Cordelia
and Steven.
Yep, congratulations to you guys.
And the first prize.
So we know who first place is.
All right, that means you guys are going for a night for 2 in the Canopy Tree House at Ian Anderson's. It includes dinner, breakfast, and a signature tour of the couple's choice. You have a gift package from Running W, which includes a marinated ribeye, pibil, and a pack of Italian sausages. A $50 gift certificate from Becky's, a haircut from Hank's Barbershop, a $50 gift certificate from Secret Charm, a Valentine cupcake package for Rooms for Dessert, gift basket from Grace, gift item from LA Fashions, a Valentine special from Om Shanti that will include hydrating fruit facial, stress relief massage, and this is especially for you, Hugh, the Honey Bee Body Scrub, right? Somebody else will do the job for you. And a gift basket from Sanctas.
All right, guys, thank you so very much. Once again, it was an excellent time, Marlene. Today is the Love Day. Happy Valentine to you.
Happy Valentine's Day
and
to
happy
you.
Valentine to you.
Thank you for tuning in.
That's right. Any questions, any concerns, drop us a line at oye@channel5belize.com.
You can also drop me a line at Marlene_OYE at channel5belize.com. Find us on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BZ and on Instagram at OYE Belize. Enjoy your day, everybody. Share some love. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Be kind to one another.
Yes.
And, going back to that first song, it starts with me.
Yeah, it starts with you indeed. But check us out on Monday again when you open your eyes to...
Start your morning right.
As per usual, keep your eyes, your minds, and your
hearts open. We'll see you soon. Enjoy your day and weekend.
If I was to tell you just how much I need you, would you come tonight? Or would you not believe me? 'Cause I love that easy never turns out right. I'm trying to change the rules. You deserve something good in your life. We waited for far too long, so come get your blessings tonight. Baby, won't you come over, love, so I can show you love. Straight away. Promise I got enough to give you all that you need. Baby, so many search to find love that's as good as mine.
It's a sign.
I will waste your time, so bring it all to me, baby.
Girl, I've been waiting for the longest time just to run, come and give it its love. Yeah, yeah. Girl, you know that you've been on my mind. Can't sleep at night and such. Baby girl, now that you have shown.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.